been a rocky ride for the ADA army. It's been a rocky ride for me, guys. $1.35 all the way down to, can you believe it, 50 cents. We hit 50 cents a few days ago, guys, on ADA. So is it time to panic? Are we going to hold this support? And what's next for ADA? Right, okay, guys. So a 50-cent ADA, can you actually believe it? It went down to 50 cents. So this is something that's not funny. This is people's lives. This is people that have invested in an asset that they believe in, that they're now feeling a little bit fearful about. So one of two things that have happened. There's two types of people here. People that are panicking, and people that have capitulated. See this here? These are the people, unfortunately, that have capitulated. These candles here are the people that are panicking and don't know what to do. So we're going to look at ADA, we're going to delve deeper into ADA, and we're going to look at the ADA Bitcoin chart, and we're going to try and identify what part of the cycle we're in. Are we overbought and are we oversold? And try and give a little bit of calm to you guys. So the first things first, this strong support level here, 68 cents. Why did we get this big buy-up candle? It was because of this accumulative phase. Now, I said I'd bring you the good, and I said I'd bring you the bad. We've been following ADA on this channel for years now, and we created this. We converted the Wall Street cheat sheet into the ADA chart. And we've been going through these emotions together, guys. We've been going through them together. And yes, it is fearful. Yes, it does create depression. Yes, it does create disbelief. And unfortunately, it creates capitulation. So the people here are still panicking. The people here have lost out and it's been bought up by other people. Who is the people that have been buying it up? That's what I want to ask you. Are we at strong support? We are. 69 cents should hold a strong support. So from an investment perspective and from a trading perspective, I'm not even interested in ADA at the moment, guys. From a trading perspective, I'd be looking at this channel here, which is weak, and I'd be going into a shorter time frame, and I'd be trading it on a shorter time frame, in and out. That's not what I'm talking about here, guys. We are ADA holders here. So first things first, let's get to reality. Strong support, strong resistance. Are we overbought? Are we oversold? This pattern here, you see, once we dropped this to the downside, then we identified that we were at least going to come and test this previous low. We've done more than that. We've come and put a further low in. So this pattern's invalidated, and we're creating now a descending channel. Right, okay. So we're holding support on the descending channel. Let me put this right. So we're holding support on this descending channel now. Now, what we're doing is we're building up confluence, support, support, support. That's the key at the moment. We want to know if we're at support, if we're at resistance, and whether we're likely to get any further downside. So you can see we're at the bottom of the channel, and you can see that these capitulation buyers, so these are the people that are in fear at the moment. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the indicators and find out, are we overbought? Are we oversold? We're extremely, extremely oversold. So when you're extremely, extremely oversold and you've just had a big, huge buy-up candle like this, and then the bears are grinding down, this is their last chance, their last hope. And guess what? They're currently out of momentum. So we're at strong support on the daily chart. We're at strong support. We know that's strong support because of this big accumulation phase. Because of that big accumulation phase, that acted as strong support. These people here capitulated. And now the people that are holding, the retail that's holding, are panicking, panicking, panicking all the way down to support. They're panicking at support and they're wondering, should they sell their bags at support? Imagine if everybody was panicking at this one point. Imagine something happened in the news now. Everybody that's holding here, that's in fear, something happens in the news, then it creates a negative narrative, creates negative sentiment in the market, and it creates these people that are holding on for dear life here to sell their bags. Then guess what happens? Capitulation, capitulation, just like this time here. So there is fear in the market, but how can we play this? How can you play this, guys? We're at strong support now, so just understand and identify that you're at strong support. You're oversold on the indicators. You can look at the oscillating indicator, the RSI, the stochastic RSI. We're at 0.54, guys, 0.54, and we're just crossing over. That means one thing. The bears have ground down to such a point that they've lost momentum. They're at strong support where the buy orders are outweighing the sell orders. And this area here is the last ditch, 68 cents. Why is it such an important level, 68 cent level? We'll delve out and we'll just jump into the weekly chart. And you can see this resistance that we held for such a strong resistance level for this period of time, all the way here, all the way here, all the way here. is now acting as support, and we need that to hold support by the end of the day. So what would it take for ADA to go bullish in the next couple of weeks? Firstly, holding 68 cents by the end of the week. We've got 1 day and 13 hours. The second thing would be something like this. We've got a bullish candle, which takes out the previous extreme high of the previous week's candle. That would signal that we're likely to go back and test this 382 all the way back here, guys. All the way back here. It's just one swing, 90%. And then once we take out that 382, I've said little resistance all the way up to the 618 of its previous all-time high, which is exactly $2. That's my next target. Once we break the 382, I kept saying time and time again, need to break the 382. It's going to be such a strong barrier to overcome. So the next thing that we're going to look at is ADA Bitcoin. ADA Bitcoin, you can see on this chart, guys, one thing. Whilst we're grinding down and grinding down and grinding down, Bitcoin is outperforming ADA. So you can see on this chart, how can we look and get clues from this chart? Stick it on the weekly, actually. How can we get clues from this chart? What's it forming? And how can we understand and identify how much ADA can outperform Bitcoin during an alt season by just looking at this chart? Let's just say that ADA comes back and tested this as resistance, like it has done previously twice. How big is that move? That's 463%. So 463% move, and that's against Bitcoin. So that means if Bitcoin done a 2x, ADA would do around about a 9x. That's the kind of power that Altseason has, but it is short, it's fast, guys, and it goes up hard and it comes down even harder. So when is Altseason, guys? That's the question in everyone's mind. We were looking in the earlier video. Go back and watch the earlier video about when I think Altseason's going to happen, whether I think Altseason's cancelled, what needs to happen for the dollar. This is what needs to happen. Rejection at the 618 from this previous swing high, and then a move to the downside, and that's your Altseason, guys. We need a weak dollar, a weak dollar. So does it mean that ADA can't go further down in the short term? Guys, the markets do whatever the hell they want. They'll do anything to manipulate you. You get negative news, you get positive news. But the framework, as far as the macroeconomics are concerned, are all there, just ready for a catalyst to drive it. It'll drive it hard. It'll drive it fast. A lot of people make a lot of money and a lot of people lose a lot of money. And I'll tell you up front exactly what I'm doing, guys. Break and a close above the previous all-time high of total 3, then I'm scaling out my position and I'm expecting most altcoins to go to 0. See you in the next one.